The first person that I've talked about on the show that I have no advice for.
Okay.
Because I feel like Lori Harvey did everything right. Lori Harvey kissed a bunch of frogs. And it's not her fault that none of them were good enough. That's their fault.
Wow. Okay.
If you were a big enough man in more ways than one, you might have been able to keep her. But you weren't good enough. You weren't big enough. You weren't man enough. You weren't something enough for her based on her standards, most likely.
Wow.
And she moved on. And we can't stigmatize women moving on. Y'all want us to settle for less so bad. And when a woman doesn't settle for less and she knows when to zip and zap and dip and dive, you're like, oh, she's a slut because you're not good enough for her. Mm. Now she belongs to the streets. And it's always the men with 17 kids talking about you belong to the streets. Bro, you are the streets. You are the dirty, nasty, rat-infested. You're a rat carrying a pizza on a subway in New York, nigga. You are the streets. But because you're not enough for her, and then she ends up with Michael B. Jordan.
This is a good one.
Who is a beautiful man inside and out, I'm sure. Okay. And obviously, he can hold her attention. This is what I always say. It's not the first. Remember when Ray J was like, I hit it first. Like, it ain't cute to be the first. That's not the cute one. Mm. It's the last. Who's good enough to be the last? Mm. The first is easy. I'm experimenting, bro. Of course you were the first. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know. It's fine. But if I'm an experienced woman who has done my sexual due diligence, who has dated and kissed all the frogs, and then you are the prince and you get to be the last one.
You are the dummy.
You're the one who lets me see that I don't want any of that. And I'm going to stay right here. Like you're it. It's not who's first. It's who's last. Mm. So I don't care how many frogs she had to kiss to get to her prince or her king. It's who is best who keeps my attention. So I don't have to dump you and move on to somebody else.
Wow.
Listen, friend in my head, no advice for this girl. Okay. This girl, she did it right.
Women like this, they think it's the man's job to retain a relationship. It is not. It is up to the man to get the woman. It's up to the woman to keep the man. It's the man that kisses a bunch of frogs. I don't care what the Disney fairy tales tell women. And a woman that can lock him down, that's the winner. She won. Now, a woman that sleeps with a whole bunch of men and the person that takes her last, he's the dummy. Because now you're going to pay the highest price for everything that another man got for free. Opposed to the woman, she don't have to pay the highest price because in a relationship, a man gives to the woman. A woman compliments the man. Women are not dating men that are not taking care of them and are not providing for them. And rightfully so. This proves the point that women have no idea who men are and what men want. Tell me what Michael B. Jordan is getting that Future did. Don't worry, I'll wait. Somebody to be there by your side if you want nothing. But tell me what Michael B. Jordan is doing that Future didn't. The main reason why you get a woman is for sexual access. She done gave that away already. Keep in mind, she can be a beautiful person. All that don't matter. Let's see how that lasts. Gonna be out here looking like Will Smith soon. Subscribe and stay safe.